Giants take on the Dallas Cowboys at MetLife Stadium at 1 o'clock on Sunday. It's time for this week's edition of Crossfire, presented by Primepoint, with Carl Banks and Howard Cross. What's the biggest thing the Giants learned from their first meeting with the Cowboys that'll help them this week? Howard?
I think the biggest thing they learned is that they got to be consistent on defense. I think they've been playing better defense as the year's gone on. And now we're at the end of the year. They're playing great. Now they got to figure out how to close them out and get off the field. They've been doing a better job at that.
I'd say no lead is safe is what they learned, because when you fail to execute on plays that could increase your lead, you leave yourself open to a heartbreaking defeat.
True.
All right, I'm curious about your answer to this one. The Giants are going to be in a weird situation if they win the game, obviously, on Sunday. Then they have to root for the Eagles on Sunday night against Washington. Who's the most hated rival in the NFC East?
Well, it depends on what NFC East team you ask, but I think it's Giants-Eagles are a hated rivalry.
Guys, for me, it's definitely the Eagles. I mean, they were close. They had bad players. They were, everything you could think about was horrible. Dallas, I didn't mind. My dad was a Cowboys fan. The Washington football team, they had the great stadium, the band. It was a lot of fun, but I definitely hated the Eagles.
Well, we got to root for them.
No.
All right. Next question. Bigger problem right now. Are the Giants allowing too many sacks, or are they not generating enough sacks on defense?
Well, I can go one better and say that they're not even giving themselves a chance to get sacks because they can't stop the run.
I'm going to say getting sacked. I think that the Giants' offensive line has taken a few steps back. I don't know what happened. They're going to figure out how to run the ball. They run it better, a little more play action, a little more time for Danny Dimes.
So it sounds like stop the run and run the ball.
Yep.
The Giants have given up over 350 yards rushing combined in the last two games. That's this week's edition of Crossfire. Thank you very much, Carl Banks and Howard Cross. Hopefully, we're doing this again next week. That wraps it up for this week's edition of Crossfire, presented by Primepoint.